Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another episode of Diva News. It's Miriam here. And what about this photo here? This is definitely Madonna as we love her, showing us off that hot pink outfit and saying, "Here I am," and flaunting it, and we are loving it. And she's saying goodbye to summer, but she has a request for her fans, so we're going to get into that. Looking for some help, some recommendations. And you know we are here. Madonna fans are here to help you out, Madonna, definitely. And we're also going to get into a collectible that is really cool and rare. And we're going to have some more fan feedback. And we're also going to have a special secret photo of the week that's an anniversary right on this day. And maybe you've already figured out what that anniversary is, but wait till the end of the video and you'll see for sure. So let's get into it, and thank you again for joining us. Madonna's latest Instagram posts seem to be wistful and having memories of summer. She looked amazing in these photos as she posed with her horse, Roller, and she was sharing how it's sad to say goodbye to the summertime and to all the fun that she had. And we certainly enjoyed sharing the summer with Madonna. Of course, the end of the celebration tour was in May, and and then we had this great summer with Like a Prayer, for the movie, as well as other singles that came out, and Madonna back at work on the biopic. But summer has come to an end, and Madonna wanted to share some very beautiful photos and ask for some recommendations. In fact, she's thinking of getting a new horse, so she wants Madonna fans to help her out with the process, which is pretty cool. Hey, we're Madonna fans, and we are always here front and center to help Madonna out with anything she needs help with. So, what do you think? What would your suggestions be? I'm not a real horse aficionado to know too much about it, but I know she loves her horses, and she must have so many beautiful, wonderful horses, and we love every and all the stories that she shares and has shared throughout her music and her art of horses. And so it's always fun to hear her thoughts and reflections on one of her favorite pastimes, and a pastime that her mother loved. And so it kind of helps her connect to her in a special way. And so, good luck with finding your next new wonderful friend, for a friend. And we are happy to get to know Roller, and also sad to see Summer go. But we're happy to have these new photos and to have your latest posts. And so that's awesome. The photos are beautiful. She looks amazing in the pink dress. And what do you think? What are your thoughts? Along with new Instagram posts and photos, this is the time of the year when we remember many important MTV anniversaries, and the news is abuzz about this particular one. Of course, we all remember 21 years ago when Madonna, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Missy Misdemeanor Elliott were on stage and caused the news of the night. I mean, did anyone remember anything else that happened that night? I don't. It was an amazing time. I remember I was with my friends. We were on our way down to see Michael Jackson at the Orpheum for his birthday party. And so we were already in the mood of just having fun celebrating and on a road trip. And we were all together in Portland when we saw this broadcast, the instant replay, and it was like, oh my God. So it was one of those moments that, where were you when you saw it? And we'd love for you to tell us in the comments, do you remember 21 years ago and where you were when you saw this particular iconic moment? And yeah, share with us. This is one of those things, along with so many other important awards memories from this time of the year, that Madonna makes MTV Awards history, right? We already know that. She's going to be on there. There's going to be a ruckus. It's going to be something important, and we're not going to forget about it anytime soon. And which makes us wonder, like we said in the last episode, what might happen coming up here One can always wonder because she did do a surprise appearance in 2020. She said 2021. I said it too. I made the same mistake. 2021, she showed up and did a surprise appearance, celebrating the return of post-COVID get-togethers. And so you never know. We just never know. So let's celebrate and talk about some of our favorite MTV moments. And now it's time for another collectible corner, and this one is a little bit of a fun one that I had. I know in the past I've shared with you guys the Like a Prayer advertisement when the album came out, and I have a whole bunch of these different advertisements that were coming out in like People magazine or Spin or Rolling Stone, you know how they would do. And this one was probably in People magazine right around the time of Madonna's first appearance on the Arsenio Hall show. It was such an anticipated event. So important was it to all of, pretty much everyone that you didn't want to miss this, that this is what they put out for everyone to just be aware that this meeting was going to occur. And this was a time before, everything was on demand, that you could watch it whenever you wanted. So if you missed it, you missed it. You missed a lot. So as we know, that was one of the most iconic interviews she had ever done. It was promoting the Blonde Ambition tour and Dick Tracy, and it was a pretty. She had a lot of great one-liners in that interview. I have to watch it again. It's been a while, but I thought I would share this advertisement. And what are some advertisements you remember during the 90s? Madonna would be promoted for everything. If she was going to do appearance, interview, remember all the advertisements for the Blonde Ambition that was going to be on HBO was everywhere. Like, what were some of your favorite advertisements and promotions during this time? Share with us in the comments because it's a lot of fun to go back and remember all the things that they used to do just to get the hype going. As if they needed to hype it up anymore. I mean, we were already just chomping at the bit, skipping school to see the Vogue video or do whatever we had to do. So we were ready to go. But yeah, this was an exciting time. And now it's time for another episode of fan feedback. And we didn't have a lot of fan feedback this week on our video. I don't know. We just didn't have enough views to get more feedback, but that's okay. Any and all feedback is appreciated. And so we'll get into a few of the comments. And again, my vision is extremely poor. So if I butcher any names, make sure you correct me in the comments and let me know what I got wrong so I can make sure to put your name in properly. But we did have a comment from and I could be wrong about this, Pamelo, um, the number escapes me now. It could be 86 or 68. But please correct me if I'm wrong. I probably butchered the whole thing. But they said that the EP, the Like a Prayer EP, which we discussed in the last episode, that had just been released, came out too late. It was released too late for it to be able to chart. And that is a good point. I don't know exactly how streaming works versus the way things used to be, but usually a single was coming out pretty quickly before it was even being played too much on the radio. I remember, and I think I showed you guys with Express Yourself as we're listening to it in the background. When that single was released, and it was only the second single that had a cassette single. This was when it was still relatively new to have cassette singles. I managed to get the pre-cassette single, which just had the symbol on it. It was black, and then the actual one with her picture came out. So I have both, and that was really fast after Like a Prayer single was released. So you could purchase it as soon as possible, because the idea was to get you excited about the song ahead of time. Of course, it was a new song. It wasn't with Like a Prayer right now. It's not new, but at the same time, to some people, it's new because it's a new generation and it's in a movie, and these people may not have listened to her otherwise. So it's kind of the same philosophy. I don't know if streaming would be the same format necessarily. It's not a physical copy, but it's the same idea. You want to get people access to it as quickly as possible, even before maybe predicting ahead of time that there's going to be a desire for it. Even if there isn't, then at least you're prepared so that the demand will be met. So I agree with, and I might be wrong about the name, Pamelo. I agree. I think that it was a bit, off the mark there, um, as single releases go. So, but it's still nice to have it in the movie, but it would have been great to see a more of a chart response because it was anticipated. And the other comment was at Madonna Martin. Awesome. They just said awesome. And so thank you so much for the continued support. We appreciate any and all feedback, good or bad. Just let me know. I mean, it's been rough lately. I've been not feeling too well, dealing with some diabetic issues, but I really appreciate the constructive comments as well as the positive ones. Any and all ideas, like the stuff about the microphone is important, because I'm new to the whole technology world, having been out of it with my vision problems, and so any and all advice is helpful, and so I appreciate it. Thank you guys. I want to thank you all again for joining us for this latest episode of Diva News. And now, what you've all been waiting for, the secret photo of the week. And we got lucky this week because this is the exact day, 35 years ago, September 6th, 1989. You remember where you were? MTV Awards. OMG. Madonna kicked butt that night. And I remember I had my camera out, my 110 camera. I was taking pictures off the television. That was screenshots back in the day, you guys. And I was so excited. I was shaking when I was taking the pictures because I just was like so like didn't know what she was going to do. I mean, this was the precursor to Blonde Ambition. This was what we were going to expect to see the following year when she would be on tour. We didn't know that at the time. We also didn't know this was the precursor to voguing and everything that was coming. And it was just such an exciting moment. And the anticipation and the dancing. Oh my God, I remember how excited I was about the dancing because that was how I became a fan. Like he started the dancing, the choreography, and this was all about that. This performance was so epic, and it's one of those MTV moments that I always think of. I know that for some, the Marie Antoinette is the number one, but mine is probably this one. And so September 6th, 1989, folks, you need to go back, go to YouTube and watch this. I know I'll be, and have a good flashback memory of this moment. And then wait, we got 5 days 5 days until the MTV Awards. Who knows what will happen? We'll have our fingers crossed. You never know. Madonna is that type of performer that loves to shock and surprise, and we've seen her be there when we weren't expecting her to be there. So we'll see what happens, or at the very least, maybe she'll be mentioned at some point in the show. And so it's always an exciting time. But in the meantime, we're finishing up our birthday contest over in the Facebook group, Madonna Everybody Fan Club. So your last chance to enter for the Blu-ray for the Rio show, grand prize, or like a Virgin t-shirt or Celebration Tour keychain are some of the prizes available. So make a visit over there and see if you have a chance to win, or just join us there. And you never know, you could be a fan of the month and many other things. Meet other fans and talk about our favorite girl. So thanks again, everybody, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.